What you doing here? What are you doing here? There's a restraining order against you, right? So what are you doing here? What are you doing here? There's a restraining order. Why are you here on the property? You do not live here. We have a restraining order against you. So why are you here? Why are you here? You're not supposed to be here. I told you to leave my daughter alone. So why are you here? There's a restraining order against him. Call the police. His name is Ty. There is a restraining order and you know this. Did I not give you the paper? Why are you here looking for my daughter? Why are you here?
I'm not looking for her.
Why are you here?
I'm not looking for her.
You looking for me?
Okay, chill out.
You're at my house.
Okay, but chill out.
You're at my house.
Okay, chill.
Get out of here.
All right, come on now.
Get out of here.
Chill out. You can record me.
Get out.
You can record me. Chill out.
Leave.
Chill out. I'm leaving. All right, come on, calm down. I'm going.
Leave.
I'm leaving.
Go out this way.
I'm going out this way.
Okay, cool.
I'm leaving now.
What are you doing here, Ty? Why are you coming to my house? Huh?
Why are you recording me?
Why did you come to my house?
No.
Why did you come to my house? You're going to jail.
You can sit down.
I don't know you.
Okay. No.
We don't know you.
Okay.
Okay.
You're restraining
You
order.
don't live here.
Yeah.
That means you go to jail. I told you that.
Okay, I'm going to
Get off of our property.
I'm leaving.
Leave.
I'm leaving. I'm leaving now. Stop recording me though.
No, I'm telling this to the judge so you can go to jail.
I'm going to take it to the jail.
Absolutely.
You going to take it to the jail? Oh, no. Why are you following me?
So the police, Irvine police said that they could not serve him, that the sheriff had to serve them. All right. And so they said that the sheriff is trying to facilitate or is talking to the stalker right now. Okay. Let's see where they are. Okay, because they wanted to get their fucking hot dog. There's one. All right. They wanted to go to Lazy Dog to get their lunch instead of serving the restraining order. Okay. So I'm just following up to see if the sheriff is actively talking to the perp. 'Cause I don't. Let's see. No. Okay. Nothing. No sheriff. No, nothing. Nobody talking to no one. No police. She says, oh, I'm pointing out the criminal. She's like, oh, well, you were right there and we lost him. Oh, yeah, you lost him? Wow. How does that happen? Okay. All right, so Irvine police actively not doing their job. All right, here, because there is no sheriff. There's nobody talking to him. I don't. Okay. There's nope. Nobody. No. This is where he was. Like no, there is no sheriff. There is no nothing. So I'm glad we're getting this on record that. Is somebody lying? Because no sheriff, no police, nobody serving anyone at all. Let's make a round again. He walked right past the police. I said, there he goes. She's talking to me. She says, you're in the middle of the street. Oh, yeah, I'm pointing you to the criminal. I'm telling you to get him. Well, where is he? Okay, not pursuing the criminal. She's talking about me. I said, I'm pointing you to the criminal. You're in the street. Okay, pointing you to the criminal. And you're here worried about me letting the actual criminal get away. All right. So it's very much giving willful ignorance. I told her that the restraining order was still in place. She says, we don't have proof of that. We don't serve that. We don't do that. I got a call. I got a check. I gave it to her in my hand. I said, this is still valid. This is extended per the judge yesterday. Oh, well, we got to chat. Well, we gotta. Okay. Yeah, nothing. And meanwhile, this person who feels oh so comfortable because he knows the police isn't going to do shit, coming to my house looking for my daughter, stalking my daughter every 2 days. There is no sheriff. There is nobody talking to anybody. I patrolled the whole entire parking lot. There is nobody looking for anybody talking. Okay, so I don't know what she's talking about. I would really love the officers who showed up on scene to tell me which sheriff is talking to them, because I don't see a sheriff talking to anybody. They said they were going to go to Lazy Dog because they got upset that I was frustrated. They were talking to me while the criminal was walking around scot-free, giggling. Okay? Giggling. Right? I love how the police are supposed to be like advocating and protecting the victims, but you're at like, why are you here? Why are you not grabbing the actual criminal that I'm telling you, oh, he's right there. Hey, where right there? Well, why are you worried about what I'm doing instead of getting the person that you told me that I needed a restraining order so you can do your freaking job? And then now I have this restraining order and you still don't want to do your job. Well, oh, I don't know. Well, okay. All right, so I've circled here. So they lied about detaining him. They lied about talking to him. They lied about serving him. Nobody's here. And he's somewhere in the parking lot watching me drive around looking crazy. Okay, so thank you so much, Justice System, Department of Justice. You're absolutely amazing. Love it. Thank you. Main thing is street theater, constructing these whole, events. So I guess they can traffic it over the dark web or whatever the fuck they do with it, right? Here with the gang stalkers. So yesterday, me and my daughter, I've spoken about this, how since, I've been basically ignoring them, they have escalated the gang stalking to actually hiring a stalker to stalk my daughter at our residence, all this stuff. I've been talking about it, trying to get a restraining order. Irvine police, which are part of government targeting, all the agencies are playing in my face, delaying the process, delaying the police report. We fill out the restraining order. They don't check off all the paperwork. So, of course, they never served the guy. Okay. So it's like this whole big thing. There was a court date yesterday, right? And, they set the time at 8:30 in the morning and for, an in-person appearance at the court. Now, I looked on the website and it said, yeah, you could do it online, right? Now, I looked on the paperwork and it was like in big letters, in person. And so intuitively, I was like, they have a whole thing planned for me and my daughter, and we get to court and they're going to do some fuckery, get it all on camera, sit there, live stream it, get some reaction. I get it. Like, I peeped the whole thing from the beginning. The fuckery, have 1,000 gang stalkers there, like basically terrorize and torture me in public, have this judge play in my face, have everybody play in my face. Now, even though this is, about a stalker, I'm coming to realize, okay, My daughter isn't so pressed about it because, again, when you're a target individual, they pay your family members to target you too. Okay. So my own kid is like a part of this, which is probably why, she's not really taking it seriously, because this gang stalker has changed his energy, shifted his energy from my daughter to now specifically me. But she's just been very lax, about the whole thing or whatever. All right. I'm trying to walk and like reset my nervous system after all of today's events. I parked somewhere. So I guess, let me see. I don't know if I could turn this around or whatever. I should be able to. I'll get them as I'm passing by. Anyway, so this stalker that's supposed to be for my daughter, again, has shifted all of his energy towards me, right? And I've noticed that even my daughter, I'm trying to get her motion. I was trying to get her motion. She was taking her time doing everything. And so now I'm realizing, like, she doesn't really care, because it's a thing, okay? It's just a thing, and the thing is me. Like, it's her, but it's not really her. So, that all is becoming very, very fucking clear. Like, not only being terrorized by the United States, but also, my child who I had out of my pussy from, birth, who has been trafficked, mind you, the entire time, along with my kid, because this has been like 20 years, right? That they have now, turned her into a perp. Anyway, so I peeped what they were going to do yesterday. By having this whole orchestrated, scene and all of this, right? And so I'm like, no, we're not going. We'll just do it online. I'm just gonna, let me stop you there, basically, is what I said, right? I'm just like, let me stop you there. Oh, there's the light. Okay. I said, we'll just do it online. So I know that pissed, Obama, Trump, Elon Musk, 50 Cent, everybody. I've labeled it on my Twitter account at One Message Tarot, okay? At One Message Tarot, there's a pinned tweet that gives bits and pieces of my entire story, right? So I'm basically being bullied by a bunch of fucking men, like a bunch of grown ass men, and the political and entertainment system. This has been going on since, I was in my early 20s, for no fucking reason at all, but because they feel like they can terrorize, single women, single moms, whatever. And so since I ruined their plans or whatnot, it's just like, oh, well, no, we still got to get her. We still got to, we still got to. And mind you, we get there to the court day. We do all of this stuff. And they're like, oh, we didn't check a box on your restraining order paperwork. So, oops, the sheriff didn't serve him. Of course they don't. They don't serve the gang stalkers. They don't serve the perps. They don't serve, because they're part of fucking payroll. All right. And so, you get these police that come to your crib, play in your face. They have no intentions of doing anything. It's all theater. It's all fucking theater. I wish I knew what the fuck my channel on the dark web is, where all these people, get paid for streaming my life for the past 20 fucking years. Where do you think they got that fucking Black Mirror episode from, about the girl where she was out in public and then someone else would do it? Okay, that's what they got this from, the target individual system. All right, so anyway, the police are no help, because, again, they're all paid. They get paid for shits and giggles and bullshit, So surprise, the judge is like, well, we'll have to extend it. Your current order, your temporary order is still in force for the next 30 days until you come back and get the new paper, blah, blah. Okay, whatever. I wasn't surprised. I didn't get mad or upset. I was just like, oh, okay. Again, that's part of it. The delay and having no intention on doing shit about nothing, period. Okay? The Department of Justice. Okay? The police, period. So I'm like, whatever. So today, whatever. And keeping it moving. I'm like, my daughter was giving me shit this morning. I'm like, whatever. I'm ignoring you. I'm ignoring all you motherfuckers, and I'm going to just go for a walk, go get some air, whatever. I come out and this motherfucker is here at my door, giggling, laughing and shit, the stalker. Giggling, laughing, whatever. He runs off. I have so much stuff in my hands and I'm just like, all right, I'm going to put it down and then I'm just going to, still, mind you, calm. I'm like, I'm just going to put my stuff down. I'm going to go ahead and get him on video at the property because that was the one thing that we didn't have. We had one picture, but we didn't have a video, right? So I was like, I'm going to get him on video and then I'll be able to give that to the judge for when we show up to court. All right. Well, it'll be even more evidence. So I'm not even like, I'm mad, but I'm not even tripping for real. Mind you, the night before, I did a psychic reading on Virginia Guffrey, who's a victim of sex trafficking, victim of Prince Andrew. I had this nigga following me the whole fucking time. Like, god damn. Right? That's what I'm saying. Right? So anyway, he might have been trying to whatever, and I just turned around. That was probably the Holy Spirit for real. I felt him. I felt his energy and shit. All right, so anyway, I'm not even tripping. I'm like, I'm just gonna get it on camera. That's what we need, for the next thing or whatever. So I'm gonna have this evidence for, the next court date. So I end up finding him and I taped the event. All right. I'm going to put that in this video. All right. Here, I'm taping him on the property. And then at the same time, just making it known that he's been served. I don't know him. He's a gang stalker. He's not. All of that. You're going to see all that in the tape. You're going to see him laughing. You're going to see the derangement, the full up close and personal. These psychopaths hired by the United States justice system to terrorize its citizens under this target individual program, which is highly illegal. I go through so much shit. I just, it's just unbelievable. But this is just one sector of it, right? So that video is attached. And then they have your neighbors part of it. Your neighbors are also, they hire people to move in around you. They become part of the targeting. They become part of the street theater. They become part of, the harassment and all of that, right? So, I'm not even the crazy part is, even though I was, going to get him and I'm like, I'm going to catch him, I'm not even thinking it's street theater. Like, no, bitch. You were supposed to show up in court yesterday. We had all this stuff, planned out. I'm talking, for the government, Obama and Trump and all these that are getting their rocks off, terrorizing young women. So they're pissed. They're like, bitch, you were supposed to show up yesterday. We had a whole production. We put a lot of money behind it. How fucking dare you outsmart us and do the shit online, right? And mind you, I don't even know what happened with the paperwork. The judge was like, oh, they didn't check a box. Okay. So I'm going after him to get the video, not even thinking that this is a whole fucking production. I know that after the fact, I know that, 2 hours later, right now, sitting and intuitively putting everything together like, oh, they were pissed off because I ruined their production and didn't show up to court at 8:30 in the fucking morning for their bullshit. And they were pissed off that I did the video about, Virginia, the victim. They were pissed off that I did the video about the DOJ. Mind you, I'm only online in the psychic because they tank they won't let target individuals get a fucking job. It's been 5 years. All right. So the fact that I'm online, the fact that my psychic gifts awaken, all of this is your fucking fault. So blame me, but I digress, right? So I'm not even thinking, I come out, the neighbor's there. He's like, oh, ma'am, is there a problem? And I'm just like, yeah, blah, blah, blah. This is going on or whatnot, right? not even thinking this nigga is part of it. And it's funny because hindsight is like 2020, right? This bitch just can't help. She got to come over here. It's a whole, she could have kept walking, but she got to come over here. Okay. So anyway, hindsight is like 2020 after the fact, because on the tape, I was walking past so many people, and I was looking, because I was looking for, the gang stalker, the perp. Now looking back at it, I see there were like hella neighbors, like strategically placed, like in case I cross this one or that one, like a fucking, like a movie set. My life is not a fucking movie to you bitch ass niggas, and fuck you, fat Lizzo. All right? For targeting me too. It's these celebrities, it's all of these people in privilege and positions of power, not only trafficking, mimicking identity theft, intellectual property theft, trafficking of their lives, like all of this, right? All these people who think they're so fucking important and will not get held accountable for the fucking deeds that they do. So I'm walking looking for this gang stalker or whatnot, and all these neighbors, are strategically placed, right? And so this one guy, he walks up, he's like, oh ma'am, are you okay? Are you okay? And I'm like, yeah. My dumb ass thinking that, he's really concerned. And no, bitch, he's in position. He's part of the street theater. He's in position. Probably on fucking payroll with the FBI and CIA, because that's what he looks like. He looks like a soldier or a Marine or whatever. But he's like, oh yeah, ma'am. Oh, what's going on? How can I? And I'm just like, yeah, and then by then I found him, so I'm like following him to get the video, and I'm like, yeah, this guy is a stalker. There's a restraining order. I need the police, basically. Oh yeah, sure, ma'am. I'll whatever, right? So anyway, you're gonna see all that play out on the video. But what you don't see is me hitting the corner. I called 911, and she's like, yeah, blah, blah, blah. I said, I want to report, a violation of a restraining order, right? Get the light. I'm like, I want to report a violation of a restraining order, right? She's like, okay, cool. She asked me his name, his height, whatever. What is he wearing? Okay, cool. Then the bitch asked me his birthday. Bitch, are you out of your fucking mind? How the fuck would I know his birthday? That's what I'm saying. And this is Irvine Police Dispatch, okay? Playing in my fucking face. You know what I mean? So then I recognize, I'm like, oh, okay. They assigned her to take the call to be goofy and shit. All right. Because they saying suddenly, they hack into my phone. So suddenly, I don't have storage on my phone to keep recording the video. But I'm a smart bitch, okay? I'm a smart bitch. All right, here. I know for a fact, whatever. So as we continue, right? I'm on live on one of my silent channels that I don't even use. Okay. So anyway, let me see if I can get the lighting. Since they had the lighting and everything set up, right? So anyway, I realized that the operator, how to get the shadow up? I'm realizing that the operator, okay, they have it all coordinated down to like dispatch, right? And so I'm realizing that the operator, she's part of this whole thing because bitch, why are you asking me about his motherfucking birthday? How the fuck would I know his birthday? People just playing with people fucking lives like, it's funny and okay, there is a light. Like it's funny and just for, shits and giggles or whatever. So I hang up on the bitch because I'm like, I don't have time. She's like, no, ma'am, I'm trying to help you. I said, no, bitch, fuck you because you're playing in my face, right? And so I hang up on her and then I call back. The same bitch answers the phone, of course. She's like, ma'am, I'm trying to, So I run it down. I'm like, yes, I'm following him. And then, of course, suddenly, the neighbor that was trying to help me, he appears. Oh, are you calling the police too? Yeah. He's smiling and shit. I guess they're getting a good fucking angle for him. Like, I don't know if this is some sick, demented form of snuff reality TV, whatever the fuck, but I am not fucking amused at this shit. So he's like, oh yeah, are you on the police? I'm like, yeah. He was like, yeah, she here, whole thing. And so then the police are coming down the street. I all I did was wave the bitch down. I waved the bitch down. You know, I came into the middle of the road. I waved her down because I'm pointing to him like, oh, that's him. She pulls up to me. She's like, why are you in the middle of the road? I said, I waved you down. There is the perp right there. She knows the whole fucking situation. I'm like, there is the fucking perp right there. There is the stalker. There he is. She's like, has he been served? I'm like, yes, he's been served. Again, there he is. You can go get him right there. She says, well, when did he go? She's asking me all of this shit instead of pursuing the fucking person that has the criminal. The criminal. All right, well, when did you do it? When, and I'm like, bitch, what are you? He's right there. I just told you yes. And so I realized this bitch is delaying. Again, it's all bullshit. It's all street theater. Fucking cops getting paid to terrorize innocent citizens and play in our fucking face. So I was like, you know what? She's like, yeah, just go get the restraining order, whatever, you know. So I go back to the crib. I'm like, okay. And then I recognized, I was like, you know what? Okay, cool. Fuck it. So I turn around. I'm going back to the crib. Because I'm like, I'm going to just go on with my day. Because I see the bullshit. I see that it's all, you know what I mean? Like bullshit or whatever. So I go get the restraining order. I come out, you know, now they got 2 fucking cops. So mind you, they're at my house instead of following the motherfucker that's been harassing me and my daughter. They're at my crib. They're at my crib instead of picking up the fucking perp talking about whatever. I'm like, okay, cool. So I go down and I hand her the restraining order, and she's just like, "Oh, what's this? Well, let me call, let me check, let me call." A bunch of bullshit, a bunch of delay, all this. And then there's another guy. He's standing there looking stupid. I think he was just the cameraman. So I'm pretty sure they have, the police cam and all that. I think that was just his whole fucking purpose. And so I reiterate the entire situation while at the same time letting these motherfuckers at Irvine police know that I don't appreciate this government propaganda, this stupid ass bullshit being targeted. I reiterated on camera. I do not consent. I just want you guys to leave me the fuck alone, and that I know that you're here. I know that you're full of shit, and I know that you have no fucking intention of doing anything. Here's another fucking perp, but I digress, right? And so they sent a perp with a hump in his back, I guess to make fun of my grandmother, who they're also illegally experimenting on. This is very much a Tuskegee type of energy, okay? But they just sent a gang stalking perp walking by with this huge hump on his back. They've done something to my grandmother. They did something while she was under surgery. And again, I want to reiterate, they killed my mother. They probably killed my uncle because he was going to say something. And my son is also missing. All right. So I'm going to keep saying those things because it's very fucking real. And mind you, I have committed no crime. I have done absolutely nothing, but have been in this fucking, I don't know what the fuck, for 20 years. Okay. And I guess they mad because I was supposed to like go crazy and kill myself, but bitch, fuck you. So anyway, she gets there to turn around, the police, and tell me, well, unfortunately, because you were in the street, I couldn't go after the bitch. Get the fuck out of, like, quit playing like in my face. And then they're like, well, I understand your frustration. There's no need for you. Are you going to listen? I'm not finna sit up here and listen to you play in my face, waste my time, and tell me a bunch of bullshit. You know the entire situation because she showed up before. You know the entire situation because she showed up before. All right. You know about the restraining order. You knew all of that. I told you it was active, but instead of going, you had no intentions of going to get the fucking perp. You had no intentions of going to get the fucking perpetrator. Okay. So I'm not gonna sit here and let you play with me. You know what I mean? Well, I'm trying to help you. I just get. And so then the one officer, he's like, oh, let me get a hot dog, or let me get you let me get you, whatever, a lazy. It was some bullshit. So I was just like, okay, whatever. Well, thanks for fucking nothing. So I know that there is a whole like motherfucking police security cam of this entire event, okay, here. And the fact, again, they had no intentions on locking him up, which is why you see this delusional motherfucker laughing in the video, because he gets paid to do this. So basically this was in retaliation because I wasted their time and money and did not show up to court at 8:30 because I did not show. And now there's an officer calling me. So again, it's all part of some bullshit. These people playing my face. Why are you calling me 4 hours later after the fucking event? And this is what they did the other time. I've also put that on this fucking profile, right? But again, it's part of the targeting. They're recording all of this. My phone is bugged. My house is bugged. I get filmed 24 hours a fucking day. They put shit in the fucking walls to harass and terrorize me. There's not a fucking room I can go into in my fucking house without a motherfucker letting me know that he is watching me. They have my daughter doing shit. It's psychological torture by the United States, let alone, we're not even mentioning the witchcraft. We're not even mentioning the illegal experiments. We're not even mentioning the direct energy weapons. We're not even mentioning the trafficking of my child since she was a fucking child, having her grow up on television, on camera, profiting from that shit, profiting from terrorizing me, the whole fucking community for 20 fucking years, day in, day fucking out, 365 days a year, right? Right? And now I have this motherfucker calling me 4 hours later. I say all that to say everybody involved, every sector by the God that is in my heaven, who I pray to and is ruler over my life, you will all pay for everything you have done. I will see the goodness of the Lord in the land of the living, and everybody from the top to the bottom, one way or another, will be held accountable, and you will be destroyed because of your evil, demonic acts against innocent American people. And by the way, I like to say that at least 90% of target individuals are young women, vulnerable women, some with kids, African American women. And this is something that goes on all over the world. We have these people who are just fucking people like you and me at the end of the day, just in powerful positions, playing with our lives. Because they can, because they feel privileged to, taking on, doing all of this stuff. It is not right. And that's why I say, make sure, here's another bitch. She just had to go this way, right? And so that's why I say it's very important that a lot of you guys are right here. Understand exactly the world that you're living in, the government, that you sanction and co-sign. I don't want, it doesn't even matter. I don't think voting, I don't think none of this shit matter. It's just the fact that this system, whether it is, presidents, FBI, congressmen, celebrities are part of this, all of this trafficking, all of this harm to innocent life, shedding of innocent blood. It has to be stopped. It has to be accounted for, and it will. All right, here. So that's my story. That's what happened today. And of course, I took all this information, I put it out on the internet. There is supposed to be a community called Targeted Justice, headed by Anna Toledo. And I realized that she is people have been calling her out as a covert or sub op, and I verified it. I said, because I remember when I found the community and I'm following everybody and all this, and I'm telling my story, and the bitch started subbing me like a gang stalker. It's like, how do you know these things unless you're a gang stalker? Because only gang stalkers get access to private information, and the bitch was subbing me online. And so I called her out I was like, if it's a thing like about discrimination or whatever, here's another fucking gang stalker. Hopefully you can see that, right? I called it out because that's one thing I'm not finna do is sit up here again and play. I don't have no reason to lie or about shit, about nothing, about nobody. I don't get, it ain't that deep. It ain't that deep to be living on this earth, be lying about nothing. All right? And so I called her out about it. And I just said something real cute. And I went on about my business, right? But then other people in the community started saying that they were experiencing that they were basically getting targeted by the bitch. And you only get targeted is, if they reach out to you and then you become a covert op. So at this point, I feel like, maybe she's just a gathering pool for them to continue gathering information and to pretend like she gonna do something, just like the motherfucking police that we call for 911. Okay, and that's what it's giving. Anyway, so they blocked me. Okay, and that was fine. So I called out all of that on my ex account. My ex account is at One Message Tarot. All right, here you will see all of that. This will be today's video and blog of this bullshit. Okay, whatever. We still here. We still always gonna find a way. You can hack my phone, you can do, I don't give a fuck. I'm gonna always find a way to tell the truth, to make the truth be known. Fuck you to my family for not protecting me and not protecting my child. Fuck you to my dad. Just fuck you. Just fuck you to everybody that knows about this shit. Think it's a game. It's not my fault that you sold your soul to the devil. It's not my fault that you know you don't have a problem with getting paid to like terrorize people or whatever the fuck. It's not my fault that I honor God and that I live for the glory of God. Okay, here. And I don't know why you so mad. Maybe that's your job, all right, here. But just fuck you to everybody in their respective places that has been part of my targeting and terrorizing me for the past 20 years, trafficking me for the past 20 years. Again, and I can't even say on my mama because that bitch terrorized me. Every last one of you motherfuckers will definitely be brought to justice when real justice gets here, even if it is God's justice. All right, because best believe. So yeah, after the fact, I am realizing that today's events were more than likely orchestrated to try and have something terribly go wrong, all right, here to me, probably even for my demise. I don't know how far they were going to take it. Thank God for the Holy Spirit. Thank God for discernment, all right. Obviously, I was retaliated against today for speaking out my activities yesterday. And the fact that I blew their whole production by not showing up to the court for them to play in my face about this stalker. And so they did everything today. I have another video coming out later about all today's street theater and my targeting. Okay, just because I don't make targeting my life doesn't mean that it's not happening to me, and I feel like I get penalized in the community for that. But fuck you for not having discernment. That being said, yeah, what was supposed to happen today was my stalker was going to come. I was supposed to lose my shit. I was supposed to lose my cool. The police were here. Everybody was in place, right? Had I done something crazy that would have given them the excuse to probably use, excessive force or whatever. But God, right? So I want to send a shout out to God for having the angels always around me, for me being smart, for me not falling into the enemy's trap. I'm pretty sure it was set up for it to go terribly wrong, for them to be able to take me to jail because I end up wigging out on this gang stalker, this hired stalker by the U.S. government, the Department of Justice. Target individuals are real. The system, the harassment, the everything that I said, okay, in this post. I'm also going to tag my account on this, all right? But it is all real, and I say all that to say thank you, God, for saving me again today. Here, shout out to everybody that was in their place and failed. All right. It didn't work. It's never going to work. And my God will make all of you fall because of this.